ready as I can be. Alright, so I'm getting ready to leave, and then I had what most would call a brilliant idea. So, I hope that does not freaking fall off. We're heading over to Jared Williams' house where I'll check the footage, make sure I'm not completely wasting my battery life and my SD cards. It seems like it'll be a cool vantage angle. So, we'll see you at Jared's house, and then from there we'll be hitting the road. Here we are at Casa de la Williams. We're doing the last minute freaking provisions, making sure we have everything, all the GoPro attachments that I need, because I got more camera equipment than camping equipment right now. It's ridiculous. He's like, oh, look, you got the saddlebags. My saddlebags is all camera equipment. I brought the drone. I got 2 handheld cameras. I got 3 GoPros, attachments, batteries, wires. Yeah, too much. But whatever. We're trying to get out of here as soon as possible, and I'm trying not to play with those toys while we're here. Alright, well, the journey begins. Off to go see the wizard and stuff like that. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. Off on the journey. My first camping trip, my first moto camping trip, my first moto vlogging camping trip. Too many things at the same time. Or Jared is making fun of me for having saddlebags. He forgets that my saddlebags are pretty much full of camera equipment. As I'm sure you can see over my shoulder, there is a tripod with GoPro attached with the time lapse going, so we can get kind of a cool aerial shot as we drive through. Last minute idea. Decided the Sony wasn't the best idea because it's kind of flat, so it waves. Battery life on it is really crap. It doesn't have a time lapse feature. So GoPro it is. Thought about it later. Way better idea. But we got roughly a 2.5 hour ride in front of us. It is now 1 o'clock. It is currently 61 degrees. The sun has not come out, which means it feels like it's 61 degrees instead of 70 degrees. It'd be way cooler if the sun was out. Are we stopping for gas first? Guess we're stopping for gas first. It's a good start. Got gas all over myself. All gassed up. I got gas all over myself, which is probably a good sign that things are going to go well. Typically, if something goes bad at the very beginning, you kind of get that out of the way instead of later. Always a good idea for my book. Jared mapped out the whole way to Lake Okeechobee. He took all back roads, all fun roads. Just taking the time. We're going to relax. The only time constraint we have for today is the sun. Want to have camp ready, up and going before it goes down. That's the only thing we're worried about. That's all I want to worry about. Except for having fun. Let's have fun today.
My GPS is not picking up, so we'll pull straight across over there. I'll just restart it.
Yes, sir. It's only been about 8 miles and we've already stopped for GPS problems. Not my fault, which probably the rest of them will be.
We're not lost yet.
So it wasn't until about over a year ago where Shade Tree Surgeon and all of the other misfits, they all rode up to Barber, Alabama after the chopper was done. And man, like that just like The idea of riding a motorcycle across state lines to go camping in the woods, seeing all the new camping gear that makes tents smaller, these air mattresses that pack up that big, it really lit a fire in me, and I really wanted to do it. That's all I wanted to do ever since they went up to Art Barber. And since then, Josh and I have just talked about it. We want to go here, there, and everywhere. We've had some strange conversations about Route 66 and mountain ranges and classic iconic motorcycle rides where just classic iconic Americana. We've talked about going out to the middle of nowhere, buying motorcycles, making sure they run, and seeing how far across this country we can get. We've had a lot of crazy conversations about that kind of stuff, but a lot of that takes a lot of planning. And on top of everything, COVID shut everything down. When COVID first happened and bars closed, we had all this time on our hands. We wanted to go camping. We're going to go camping, but even campgrounds closed. We couldn't even go do that. As things normalize, not go back to normal. As things happen, we get closer and closer to being able to do cool big trips like that, and it just gets more and more overwhelming and exciting. The fact that YouTube is allowing us to do dumb things like this. You think about it, it's like, how are you going to take a month-long trip across the country if you learn how to monetize it? It makes it worth your time. It allows you the ability to do these things. So, here we are, over a year later, and here we are today. Me and Mr. Jared Weems going camping for the first time. I'm really happy I'm going with Jared because he's done this 1,000 times. He has the military training, he has that survivalist training. He knows how to pack and all those other things. So it's nothing extravagant. It's nothing crazy. It's just hang out, pitch a tent, fall asleep, wake up, unpack, pack back up, go home. That's all this is. It's a trial run. I keep telling people that this is almost at the point where it's like losing my virginity. Doesn't have to be good. It just has to happen. So I'm ready for the next time. We're about an hour in and 50 miles later. This is the first real road we've been on. So we're finally on an actual road instead of a back road, all farmland. I mean, it's not much of a civilization over here either, but there's 2 lanes and more cars than cows. First stoplight in about 40 miles. Your hanky went flying about 2 miles ago. I should have stood up, but I didn't. Stretch out those legs. Oh, that's stiff. Ooh. Oh yeah, those legs are stiff right now. They didn't want to bend back down. Oh my God, it's only been 15 miles and you're already complaining, blah, 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 blah. Look, man, you spend the last 15 years of your life on your feet working behind bars and in kitchens. Your back, neck, knees, everything that's a joint in your body hurts. Well, apparently we found firewood. First leg stretch of the stretch. Do you know where we are? Like Wachula? We're in Wachula. We found this random shack that has firewood, and apparently Jared's been calling around and nobody in town has firewood. Nobody has firewood anywhere. So we saw it, we're gonna grab it, they're gonna sell it to us. They're a buck a log, which is good and bad. We got it. So here we are to grab some logs and get back on the road. Picked out the firewood. Now the next fun part. Figuring out how to hold all this on the back of a bike. Logs acquired, logs kind of packed. At least mine is kind of iffy. Jared over here. Apparently the guy knows what he's doing. He's done it before, haven't you, Jared?
I try.
Look at this thing.
Load it down. Poor Bonneville. Poor bike.
So what? I got like 30 miles?
We got about 30 minutes left, so it's not too bad.
30 minutes left or 30 miles?
Yeah, no, 30 minutes left.
Damn. All right,
Making
cool.
time.
Well, yeah, we're speeding a lot. I think I accidentally turned off the camera when I went to turn it on, but Jared's packs are leaning a little bit on accident, so we pulled over to make double check it, tie it back down. Jared's peeing in the corner, as did I. Cows are laughing at us. Let's get back on the road. Good old Florida swampland. When people think about Florida, they think about two things. They think about Miami or swampland. They ain't wrong. Oh yeah. Such a rad ride. We're coming about 3 hours on the ride. We've made 3 stops. Once for me to get gas before right as soon as we left. Second to get wood, and then third to readjust the wood because it looked like it's starting to fall off the Bonneville. We are about 25 miles away from the campsite, from what Jared said. I'm still kind of freaked out by the shifty job I did of putting the wood on the back of the standard. It is what it is at this point. Look forward, not backwards. We just entered Okeechobee County, which means we're really close to our campground. Should be in the next 5 miles. Oh, I can't wait to get off of this motorcycle. And my gas light just came on too. Motorcycle says it's got about another 30 miles. Good thing I have the gas can. The Bonneville can't be much better, but it is not a Harley, so that means that it's probably way better on gas. He keeps shifting gears, so I think we're gonna keep going straight for a bit.
So essentially, 3 miles down that road is where we're going to be camping.
How many miles? 3 miles down that road.
The only place I seen was that little country store back there. Do you want to look back and grab something to eat? Or do you want to just go to the campsite? Go?
Let's just go. It's fine, whatever. We got food, it doesn't matter. No need to go back to the country store. Very much looking forward to setting up camp, starting a fire, and drinking whiskey. Whoa, this is kind of fun. Famous last words. Every time I see people like that on the side of the road with their like camping equipment, it's like, they sure should have a story. It's usually like, I'm walking across the country. And that just seems like such a ludicrous statement. But in the world of COVID, not many people got much else to do right now. So I guess more power to you, buddy. If that be what you be doing. I remember him saying something about a gate and a gate code. Is there a button?
There's another gate that's down that way.
I'm gonna guess so, because that guy seems to be going that way too. Do you know how far the closest gas station is from here? Did we check that? Because I'm getting close to that.
Where you at?
Like 29 left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I still has like 100 left. I'm like, man.
Well, it's a Harley, man. But that's also why I have a gas canister. So, last leg of the trip. Well, this seems to make more sense, Jared. Kissimmee River Public Use Area. Yeah, I think we're gonna follow the other camper who might know where he's going better than we do. Let's move forward and move out. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Can't leave. I remembered to bring that. All right, let's get this wood off of here. All right, being the good little YouTuber that I am, the first thing I set up was my tripod so we can time lapse the fact that I'm about to set up camp. And that moment, I knew I should have bought a shovel last night. Stuff around I can catch up real quick. If anybody's fault, it's Jared's. Everybody point at Jared.
Dirty hands.
That should be good enough. Or that should do the, not good enough, but it'll do the trick, I can imagine. It could be a bigger fire. It could always be a bigger fire. So the fire pit's there. So like, yeah, on either side, I guess. Just like we learned from the trial run, somewhere to plop your butt in first and then last. This is so right. Whatever reason, I needed to bring 7 things that'll start a fire.
Dude, you have no idea how excited I was when I seen Ding-a-Ling Deli. I was just like, no, perfect. I was like, you can't pick a better name for a place. I was like, this is gonna be awesome.
Place gives me freaking food poisoning, it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Now for the lightheaded portion of this expedition. One of the reasons I wanted to go camping is because I'm gonna constantly sit on my phone and stare at things, especially that being Sunday, because Sundays I release videos, which means I stare at the freaking YouTube app all day. Looked at it for the first time, 4 or 5 hours, don't care today. Today is about relaxing, watching stars, and drinking whiskey. I've had that thing for a decade.
That's probably sitting there, I guess.
I've had it for a decade.
You gonna eat it?
Did you read it?
What?
Look at the back. It's not sardines.
Oh! I thought it was actual sardine.
No, it's a survival kit. It's a waterproof, sealed survival kit. Check. Check. All right, I guess I gotta start a fire now, apparently, according to Jared. Oh no, I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of this. I'm not complaining.
How are you gonna start it? What technique? Not using a lighter. You're not allowed to use a lighter. I brought me some Irish whiskey.
I brought me some American breaking and entering.
Put it on a piece of this, and then you can put it inside the fire when it catches. Don't let your knife
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
hit the thing and.
You know, this is why they invented lighters. I've been wanting to do this for as long as I've had this thing, which is like 15 years now, and it's like, no.
Let's go. Is it recording? Because it's probably gonna happen right away. Oh, so close.
I also have a bottle of gasoline over there.
It's not gonna be as flammable as your boat. You're still gonna have to get on there.
That's on.
Wait, you want to fake it? Back that off.
No. Just because the fire started doesn't mean I'm not going to try again by myself over here and start a forest fire in accident.
Cut. Action. Look how talented you are. Oh my gosh.
There's good news and bad news. Good news is I got 2 flasks. Bad news is 1 chartreuse. Good news is we got hot chocolate for the chartreuse. Bad news is we don't have that
Let
much
me
water.
look to make sure I didn't put it somewhere else.
So much for my brand new Kershaw. Oh well. That's what knives are for, right? To be used.
Now I'm just wondering where I left my flask. Because I know I filled it up.
Did you leave it where you filled it up?
No, I swore I brought it in my office. I put it in the bag.
Here's one of my bigger problems in life is like I grab things and I want to find a place for it. I want to stay organized, but what ends up happening every time is I just shove it all in a corner and dig through it. Or did you take
Yeah, a little bit. Not a whole lot. Got some barbecue. Tender pan.
All right, camp set up. Before we lose the light, let's do a quick Yo MTV Cribs. Let's go start with Jared's crib.
Welcome to my crib. I'm just making sure the fire doesn't set the whole world on fire.
I'm kind of watching it. Here, fire adds ambience for the opening.
Welcome to my crib. As you see, basic moving blanket, couple sleeping bags, and pure sexiness.
That is an understatement, sir. And let's go with mine. This is a mess. I have decided to just throw everything in there. I call that the mess hall. Then we have the AV club, home ec, auto body, storage. Got my mattress, my pillow. Oh yeah. Let there be light. So we got the mattress, we got a blanket, we got a sleeping bag, we got a pillow. Everything a camper could need, I guess, I hope. I hope I have everything I need. Oh yeah, that's right, we forgot a shovel. I had a shovel in my hand. I'm like, I don't need to buy this. Going home and buying a shovel, not using it for the next 6 months.
Didn't need it. It would help. Saying.
It's not wrong. All right, oh yeah. And for a job well done, Jared.
Oh snap! What
A little whiskey for you.
Look.
All right, we're set.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers to camping.
To sleeping in the middle of a field with cows in the background.
Oh, you took the whole thing.
Yeah.
How's it make you feel?
Full shot.
Ready to sit down?
It's gonna make me feel good in a minute.
Yeah, it is.
I was impressed. I was like, yeah.
Completely missed the whole shot. I don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, we have fire. Thanks, Jared. Now it's gonna look even better on film. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I care about, apparently. I don't even know what button to hit. Yeah, I'll say. Jared just said something disgusting that he said, hey, let's show the people what I did. It's gross. Vienna sausage.
Original. You have to have original because it has the best.
Top to top. So we're kind of disappointed at the fire that we did not start at this point. And there is a remedy. It's the dumbest remedy. But it's gonna happen.
Gasoline.
What he said. Oh look, here's a bottle of gasoline. Anything to help the cause, right? All right, Jared. Empty Vienna sausage. Let's not do an end of fire. Because I haven't.
What are you doing, Flap?
Gonna blow myself up is more like it.
It's called having a party.
I'm gonna put this over there.
Explosives. For this.
I got gas all over my hands.
Oh, great.
All right, well. How else are you gonna do this?
Yes! And we have a fire. What do you think about that, Flip?
I think we're gonna keep doing it, and I'm not gonna be able to get to the gas station tomorrow. That's what scares me more than anything else.
Hey, I think we got a fire going now.
Looks better than it did before.
You know that a lot of your video is going to be dark.
All right, it's getting super. It's literally pitch black. It's 6:30. Is it 6:30?
It is 6:45.
It's 6:45. It's pitch black out. If I didn't have a flashlight on my freaking camera, you wouldn't see anything. The fire's finally going. Got some water boiling for some ramen. Jared's got his all cooking and boiling already.
Good time.
There's not much I can film right now, so good night, guys. We'll see you in the morning. We're gonna tell each other ghost stories while we listen to freaking coyotes howl on the moon. The cows are funnier than the coyotes, but you know, you get what you can get.